The heat will be relentless in Norman this afternoon as clear skies and a scorching 102-degree noon kickoff set the stage for Week 1. 10th-ranked Oklahoma begins another season with its sights firmly set on a return to the college football playoff after a 10-3 campaign last year ended with a home loss to Alabama in the opening round. The Sooners once again boast elite talent led by preseason first-team All-American junior defensive tackle David Stone, a dominant force expected to anchor one of the nation's top defenses. UTEP makes the trip to Norman looking to change the trajectory of the program after a 2-10 season marked the Miners' fourth consecutive losing campaign. Despite the recent struggles, UTEP features one of the Mountain West's premier defensive backs in preseason first-team All-Mountain West senior free safety Xavier Smith, who will have his hands full against Oklahoma's explosive offense. For the Sooners, the expectations are championship level. For the Miners, it's a chance to make an early statement. Under a blazing Oklahoma sun, UTEP and 10th-ranked Oklahoma are ready to kick it off coming up next.
This is Gaylord Oklahoma Memorial in Norman. EA Sports college football coverage continues on this Saturday with a mid-afternoon clash. It ought to be a sensational game. It's the UTEP Miners and the Oklahoma Sooners. Along with David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Here at the Palace on the Prairie, you know this is one of the most iconic stadiums in all of college football. Gaylord family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium gets rocking for the Sooners. They have got so many loyal fans. You know they bleed crimson and cream here. They're excited after a 10-win season last year, and these fans can't wait to get it started again. Guys, back to you.
Thank you. And the Miners kickoff unit is ready, and so is this home crowd. They've been waiting on the season, and here we go. On the move from inside is 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Sooners offense will get the ball first. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. Every time he gets a chance to make a play, the entire stadium holds its breath.
And man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break. Sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, this receiver can make the unbelievable highlight catch, David. His catch radius is as good as there is in all of college football. He has an unbelievable ability to just reel it in, and we just expect it to happen today.
It's just a knack, and it's almost like every weekend you're going through social media, like, where's the clip, right? Like, because he just makes these clips that most humans don't make, whether it's one hand, whether it's two hand, whether he's guarded or not. Like, he just has this unbelievable knack of playmaking, and we will see it today at some point in the ballgame.
Dropping back, it's Mateer. Still looking, on the move. He hits the slide, and he's got enough to convert that third down. And the Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Quickly to the tight end. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Back to pass on 2nd down. They're working that left side. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. He's got it inside the 25. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. The Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on 1st down. Starting to feel a little pressure. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. The Sooners have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. Inside the 40. Inside the 30. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early. Now, after the interception, there is a man who's still down on the field. And the sudden change magnified for this defense as it's 1st and goal. First carry of the season for this transfer. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UTEP! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And that was the free safety, right? That looked like a skinny guy. Usually it's the big boys up front that are getting the sacks on the quarterback, but it's nice when you got guys of different speed that can chase these fast quarterbacks, catch them, and get them on the ground.
And the Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Grabbed behind the line. It's Thomas. Tackled there by the defense. The Miners will hustle to the line.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. Back to throw, it's Colson. Makes the grab. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. And the Miners have it with a 1st and 10.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. Pressure coming. He's sacked. This defense all over it.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
After that sack, they're in a different zip code now. 2nd and long working here. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. bringing the heat.
Great job up front on this pass rush. Defense in a dime personnel grouping. They've got 6 DBs on the field. They're expecting pass, so they're going to have to win with 4 guys, and they're 4-1. They got the job done.
The Miners line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Hauls it in, looking for space. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run out of the gun. Here's Xavier Robinson. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. You might get away with grabbing just about anything except the face mask. Got to keep those hands below the face mask. Running the red zone. It's Robinson. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to pound it in. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone. Know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And he puts through the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. The returner will field it and bring it back. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. This drive will open from the 15. They'll give it to the transfer. First carry. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. And the Miners are in the hurry-up. They'll go right back to him. He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 31.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Miners decide to punt it away. That first punt was a beauty. They'd take another one just like it. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Harris.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Back to pass, it's Bentley. Tight end finds a soft spot. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run it on the counter. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. The Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Oh, they're after him. Got his man. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. The Sooners want to move quickly. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Off play action. Gets it out quickly. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Rushes on him, and it's a sack. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
And the Sooners will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. The Miners offense all set and ready to start the drive. It's a draw. Look out, he's got room. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
You want to talk about building a drive around a guy, first on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball out of the backfield.
Sweet cut there. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down. And the Miners are moving quickly down the field.
And it's on 3rd downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
He'll keep it on 2nd down. And he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking to pass. It's Colson. There's the pressure. And the misconnection on 3rd down. The Miners will punt it away on 4th down. They'll look to pin him deep. Oh, look at this thing. They may need a flight attendant on that one. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. That last one looked like a back-breaking drive, David, but they ended up punting.
Yeah, they put some plays together, put some yards together, but the most important stat is putting points on the board. And this offense has to finish, Jesse, when they get across that 50-yard line and start getting in scoring territory.
Yeah, there was some good execution, no doubt about it, but I think it's the critical down and distances, third down in particular. They've got to be better moving forward.
You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. They're going to run it. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Handoff to Xavier. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. He can't haul it in. Incomplete. He had him on the crossing route, and he dropped it. The Sooners will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Dropping back, it's Colson. Here comes the heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in the rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Makes the grab on the left. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. And the Miners will try to pin them back with the punt. Oh, did he unload on that? It's like there's helium in that one. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. To the air on 1st down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on 1st down.
And I like what the offense did right there. A lot of times on 1st down, you're thinking run, right? Like be aggressive, come downhill, try to take advantage of the defense. It wasn't a big play, but that will slow this defense down a little bit and just remind them they have to play those screens.
It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Looking to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there. So now it's 2nd and long. That's caught. It's Harris. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Bentley. Heaves it on the run. He's got it way down the field. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Gets rid of it. Caught. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll makes the catch. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And they get him, and they'll lose yardage on that completion. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
Defense is about negative plays, creating negative plays and creating turnovers. What a great job, not only creating the interception, but doing something after it. You see the blocks after the interception, return it almost back to the house, and now you set your offense up with great field position.
One more snap coming before halftime. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He can haul it in, incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's start with the Missouri State Bears, taking on the number 8 team, the Texas A&M Aggies. And it's the Bears, eyeing a second win after the opening week loss. They're on top here in the first half. And now we take a look at some of the other games going on around the nation on another wild day of college football. Now back to your game in Norman. The numbers sometimes can be telling, but I'm not sure how to view these stats and get a great read on the game so far. I do know this. The team that does a better job of taking care of the ball in the second half has the best chance of coming out on top. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
And the Sooners will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Henry. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. They keep it on the ground to open the 3rd. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Nice play by this defense again, and I feel like it's a broken record, doesn't it, guys? Like, seriously, both defense playing at a high level. Which offense can get a spark, make a big play, and get something going?
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge 3rd down play. Now the play fake. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. The Miners will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He gets it away from his own end zone. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
That's the game it's kind of been. It's been a defensive struggle on both sides, and it's kind of like a tennis match. Which team and which offense is going to be able to break serve. That time, poor job in pass protection. The quarterback has got to find a way to get rid of that football and not take the negative play. But this has been a defensive war so far.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Got his man. Hard running there. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Looking for a man. It's Bentley. And they're not on the same page there. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Looking to scramble. They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? From the gun, wants to pass. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle to prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And with that, they've taken the lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UTEP has the ball in the offense, ready to go back to work. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Working that left side now. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And the Miners racing to the line in the hurry up. To the air on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Colson. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Miners send out the punt unit. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Rides the option, he keeps it. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. There's never a good time for it, but man, do you hate to see it in the first game of the season. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And every time he gets brought down, everybody kind of gasps for a second because you're already on quarterback number 2, and you got to protect him. You got to keep him upright and the least amount of hits as possible because you definitely don't want to go to QB number 3.
The Sooners will send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Steps into this one and unleashes a booming punt. My goodness. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. The UTEP offense headed out to the field to start this drive. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39.
And if I'm a QB, I'm calling my own number a lot, especially when it's successful like this. Continue to put me in good situations, continue to get positive chunks of yards. Yep, I'll keep that more.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Back to throw, it's Colson. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
And the Miners will bring the punt team onto the field. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. From the gun, to give, looking for room. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. So after the first down run, here's second down. They'll give it to Robinson. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picked up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to pass, it's Bentley. Finds his tight end. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. And the Sooners moving quickly to the line.
Come on, defense, what are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time, completely wide open. That's way too easy for the offense. He caught the football. There was nobody even near him. Someone on defense has to locate this guy. They've got to communicate to each other if they're passing off in coverage. You can't let that guy be that wide open.
Can't hang on across the middle on first down, and maybe he was worried about the shot he was going to take. They'll go back to the air on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Wide receiver comes in motion. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
In that second down play, the defense, I think, was expecting pass. So you saw them come firing upfield. They use their speed. They use their athleticism. They win the one-on-ones, and they get a big-time sack.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Here's Xavier Robinson. And they get him down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And he got it! Still a one-score game, and they've got a little breathing room. Comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. The defense able to hold them to a field goal on that last drive, and now this offense will try to answer, and they need a touchdown. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Looking downfield, it's Colson. Under fire. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Miners line up to punt it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Caught behind the line. It's Harris. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd down, here's Robinson. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. 1st down here as we dive into the college football season. A Week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Fires to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Sooners decide to punt it away. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. The Miners offense all set and ready to start the drive. And now, deep in the 4th quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. And the Miners headed quickly to the line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. We'll send the tight end in motion. Fires to the big fella. First catch of his career, and you see why they believe this freshman tight end can contribute early. To the air, it's Colson. Puts it out of the air.
When you get man-to-man coverage and you're running that curl, I got to sell him deep. I got to get a little bit of space where I can make him thinking I'm running deep, and then I sit down real quick. QB, wide receiver on the same page, 1st down.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. A unloads it left. Zips it out to his man. Makes the grab and a nice gain, gets it to the 35. Running inside, it's Jones. They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6. 6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Looking to fire. Unleashes one. He just missed the target on that one. Gotta put it on his body. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. The give on the option. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Trying to do it on the ground. Could be an alley. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And this is almost certainly 4-down territory, down 6, and needing a touchdown in the point after to take the lead. From the red zone, it's Jones. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Trying to power it in. Went right back to him, and again he is denied. It's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, it's Colson. Into the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on 4th and goal. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. 1st and 10 from their own 1, and they really need to create some breathing room. They'll start on the ground with Xavier Robinson. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. Wide receiver going in motion. From the shotgun, the inside give. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Pulls it on the option. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. The defense uses a timeout. That's their 1st. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Wants to throw on 3rd down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. He's got it on the right. Took it all the way inside their territory, down to the 40-yard line, and that's where they'll set up shop. And the Sooners are rolling down the field. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Robinson. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Makes the catch. It's Carter. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside.
The officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. The run up the middle, looking for the score. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. They'll run it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown Sooners! Great job by the back on the option.
You know, late in the games, offenses sometimes teams get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the fourth. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Scanning the field, it's Colson. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm
going deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Complete on the left to Smith. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
They're dealing with a second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. To the air, it's Colson. Here's a heat. Working the middle. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. He wants it all. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Just under 40 seconds to go, and it's going to come down to whether they can get this onside kick to have a shot. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. You work all offseason for that, the chance to take a knee and punctuate an opening victory to this season. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.
So number 10, Oklahoma survives at home against UTEP 20-14. UTEP came up just a few inches short of actually taking the lead in the fourth quarter. Oklahoma that stops them, goes down the length of the field and scores thanks to a clutch throw by backup quarterback Bo Bentley to Livingstone. They score, go up 20-7, think they got the game wrapped up, but then UTEP scores again, and then Oklahoma does recover the onside kick to finish the game. Oklahoma survives 20-14. Quickly looking at the team stats here, Oklahoma had the edge in first downs 25-16, total offense 440 to 230. Rushing yards 95-64. Neither team could really run the ball today. Passing yards, Oklahoma had the clear advantage 345 to 166. Third down conversion percentage, Oklahoma with the clear advantage 57% to 28%. Oklahoma had the 2 interceptions. Both were in the red zone. Those were not great, Bob. And the time of possession battle was won by Oklahoma by quite a bit, over 15 minutes, almost 16 minutes. Quick look at the player stats. John Mateer got hurt and didn't play most of this game. He was 4 of 5 for 52 yards before he went out. He did throw an interception. But true freshman backup quarterback Bo Bentley comes in. He finishes 24 of 34 for 293 yards, no touchdowns, and 1 pick. For UTEP, E.J. Colson finishes 19 of 36 for 166 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Leading rusher for UTEP was Lamar Sperling, 10 carries for 45 yards for him. Tavoris Jones did have a rushing touchdown for the Miners. Oklahoma was led by Xavier Robinson, 15 carries for only 64 yards for him. Torrey Blaylock did have 2 rushing touchdowns for the Sooners. Leading receiver for Oklahoma, Parker Livingstone made that huge catch from Bo Bentley that kind of helped Oklahoma start to get a little momentum, and they ended up getting a touchdown that provided them the cushion. If they hadn't got that touchdown, they would have lost, since UTEP did score later. Livingstone had 8 catches for 167 yards. UTEP was led by Jaden Smith, 5 catches for 59 yards. Leading blocker for UTEP was Brian Williams Jr. with 10 pancakes. For Oklahoma, it was Clay McGregor with 10 pancakes. Defensive leaders for the Sooners, they were led in total tackles by Kip Lewis with 10. Tackles for loss, it was Kip Lewis and Owen Heineke. Each had 3 sacks. A bunch of different guys had 1 sack for the Sooners. And no interceptions for the Oklahoma defense. For UTEP, Caleb Miles and Xavier Smith each had an interception. Ekau Taylor led the team in sacks with 2. He also led the team in tackles for loss with 3. And Cody Lowe, I'm assuming is how you say that, led the team in total tackles with 14. Kicking for UTEP, no field goal attempts, but Carlos Arreola hit both extra point attempts. Oklahoma's Tate Sandell made both of his field goal attempts with a long of 46, and he was 2 of 2 on extra point attempts. Punting for Oklahoma, Grayson Miller had 5 punts for an average of 55.4 yards per punt. UTEP's Brady Braun had 8 punts for an average of 58 yards per punt. Kick returns for UTEP, Nick Henry had 3 returns for an average of 13.6 yards per return, and Mason Ferguson had 1 return for 15 yards. For Oklahoma, Mackenzie Elaine had 1 return for 20 yards, Elijah Thomas had 1 return for 15 yards, and Parker Livingstone recovered the onside kick and returned it for 5 yards. Punt returns for Oklahoma, Isaiah Satania III had 5 returns for an average of 11.6 yards per return, and UTEP's Nick Henry had 1 return for 14 yards, and Tavoris Jones had 1 return for 5 yards. Real quick look at the scoring summary. In the first quarter, Tavoris Jones gets a 4-yard touchdown for UTEP for them to take the lead. Oklahoma answers with a 1-yard touchdown run by Torrey Blaylock. It was all knotted up at 7 after 1. No scoring in the second quarter. In the third quarter, Oklahoma gets a 45-yard field goal from Tate Sandell to take a 10-7 lead going into the fourth. In the fourth, Tate Sandell kicks another field goal from 22 yards out this time. Oklahoma gets a 3-yard touchdown run from Torrey Blaylock to go up 20-7, and UTEP gets a late touchdown from E.J. Colson on a 10-yard pass to Judah Izinwa, and that gives you your final score of number 10, Oklahoma 20, UTEP 14, in a battle that was much closer than anticipated. This weekend, week 1, is shaping up to be kind of a warning for the SEC. Texas A&M's already got upset by Missouri State. They were ranked 8th, and here, number 10, Oklahoma nearly gets upset by UTEP. I don't know what's going on with the SEC right now. Headline for this game says, not so fast. The Oklahoma Sooners fend off UTEP 20-14 to avoid the upset. Highlighted players were Cortland Guillory and Xavier Smith. Oklahoma led in everything. And you see that Oklahoma gets the Narrow Escape beating UTEP. Next game coming your way is going to be FCS Southeast at Southern Mississippi. We'll head to Hattiesburg, Mississippi for that one. But from Norman, Oklahoma, the Oklahoma Sooners, ranked number 10, survive a scare from UTEP, winning 20-14 to start 2026 1-0. And we will see you next time.